Hey guys, Megan Lynn here. Just got back online basically. I really apologize to people who I have about like 4 readings that I haven't been able to get to. A lot of that is because I've been dealing with some really good work stuff. I've been really busy with work. I'm going to be working almost the next like 3 weeks straight. So I haven't had a lot of time. Also my YouTube was down for a little bit. So I'm really, really sorry. I will be pumping those readings out. I just had to do a little bit of, stuff for my channel first, and I'm sorry. I'm the type of person that I don't like to keep people waiting or not deliver. When I said I was going to do something, I will be getting it out, I promise. It's just that I haven't had the time. So I've also recently started, oh gosh, what has been going on? I recently started the OMAD diet. I don't know if you guys are into fasting or anything like that. I was doing intermittent fasting and it worked really well, but there was kind of a blurred line with it, so I kind of decided to stop. OMAD is 1 meal a day, so it surprisingly is not hard. It's not hard, and what I noticed is it gives your body a lot of time to heal. So if anybody's looking for any sort of like a new diet to try, definitely go research it. I don't suggest anybody try anything without researching it or anything like that, but it's working really well for me. So what I decided to do today, because it seems like you guys really like the dark shit, like which I actually really like that you like it. I'm getting questions about just kind of dark entities and stuff, so makes me really happy, because the more we understand, about this stuff, the more, it just has less of a power. The more, knowledge is power. So the more that, we just know how to protect ourselves from things. What I thought was really funny is, I do know a lot of symbolism, so I will get into symbolism in a different video. I decided to do like a good or evil kind of what my take is on things, just based off of my experience with, I don't usually say evil, I usually just see it as like light or dark energy. Everything's energy to me. So, but I did decide to do the good or the evil, and basically just kind of give my take on a couple things, shed some light on some of it for people who are interested in it. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of stuff that just, it's not wrong or it's not bad, or I don't know. And to me, it's really funny that they're so afraid. Like, people are so afraid of tarot or afraid of different things. So the first thing I wanted to, I guess, talk about, whether it's good or evil, is pendulum. So pendulum work, I bought a pendulum really early in my 20s. I bought a pendulum and I just wasn't really in tune. Once I got into energy work and healing, the pendulum, I understood how the energy was moving, energy kind of manipulation. So with pendulums, like, they're literal just energy, guys. Like, they don't, I would suggest, if anybody's going to start with a pendulum, start with something that's a metal. Metals like coppers, things like that, are really good conduits for just the general energy around you. So it's a good training tool. So I would suggest maybe starting your training with like a copper one. That's what I started with. And I thought, I wasn't really drawn to crystals or anything like that, but the copper's a very good conduit. I did get a bloodstone one. This one, it honestly, like, I've never had one that just responds so quickly. Like, it'll start to go. And this one is just very, very, very successful. Like, I don't even have to do anything. I can just think it. I can ask it to get bigger. The thing with pendulums, though, if you understand how energy works, yeah, it's saying yeah. If you whoops, sorry, I kind of moved it. If you understand how energy works, you can manipulate it. So I would suggest anybody trying to get into pendulum work, if you want to, just be careful. You can manipulate the energy. So if you're not going into it 100% clear-headed, or with absolutely like an objective outlook to whatever situation you're trying to do a pendulum reading for. So typically I won't do pendulum reads for myself or anything like that. You can manipulate it. So I can make it say yes. I can make it say no. I can make it, it's whatever thoughts in the back of my head that maybe I'm asking the question about, will kind of manipulate what answer I get from the pendulum. So I don't really use it on myself. I do like yes-no readings for other people with the pendulums. But yeah, if you guys are interested in energy work, that's all the pendulum is. It's just energy, so don't be afraid of it. Once you understand energy and you're in tune with how it works, pendulums are very simple. You don't, there's no skill required. So that's my take on pendulums. It might take you, if you guys open yourself to like Reiki healing or anything like that, a lot of people are kind of afraid of energy work. So I'm a Reiki 2 practitioner. I didn't go into 3, and it's just my beliefs on energy. I'm very respectful of energy and sensitive to energy. So as far as like any sort of like Reiki healing, there's a lot of different takes. A lot of people think that that's evil as well, whether it's good or not. My take on Reiki, so I do it specifically for people, for healing, for getting out blockages, things like that. You have to go into it because you're a conduit of energy for others to help heal them. Just make sure that it's coming from a good place and it's a crysted energy. Because what a lot of people do, and this is why I didn't become a 3 practitioner, is because a lot of people who attune other people are in energy work for the wrong reasons. So some of their motives or some of their general, like, their auric motivations can get passed on to you. So make sure that you really trust who attunes you or who gets you started on that path. But as far as Reiki goes for me, I don't do it so much anymore. And I just don't believe in attuning people with my energy. I don't feel like that's my birthright to do that. But I do heal people, and I do believe that is, my energy. I always connect with like a crysted energy. So as long as you're coming from a loving, good place, Reiki is not bad. I guess I'll talk about also my third one is Ouija. So people are interested in Ouija boards. They actually have had it, multiple people approach me and ask if I would do like a Halloween one. Like they would pay me to come do, like one was at a casino, and they were going to pay me to do tarot, but then they also wanted me to do like private Ouija sessions, which it's kind of a bummer. I can say one thing I stay the hell away from is Ouija. All I've had, I work with negative entities. The only thing that I would do if I was working with Ouija is attract more things. But what you're doing is, it's honestly, Ouija is nothing positive, and it's very ritualistic. Anytime you get into things that are rituals, even certain prayers, things like that, a lot of people who are repeating prayers aren't really knowing what they're agreeing to, or it is ritualistic. So just be very careful that whenever you're working with things like that, Ouija just has a lot of darkness attached to it. Anybody that I've ever done it with, which I've been hesitant, but I'll do it with them just to show them. Because they'll start to hear things. Like I've had people, this has happened to me multiple times, that's why I say that. I had somebody really push me to do Ouija with them, and I was like, you'll see. And they did. They heard things in their head. They didn't like it at all. They stayed the hell away from Ouija moving forward. So that's something that's ritualistic. I'll talk about just don't mess with Ouija, guys. I mean, unless you're like, I could, but I know it's just a darkness that comes with Ouija. It's people trying to connect with things that they don't understand. So that's the energy that's attached to Ouija, is just a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing, messing with things they don't understand. So that's my take kind of on Ouija. I'm not obviously afraid of it. I don't screw with it. So prayer and rituals, like I said, anything that's a ritual, they can be good and they can be bad. A lot of people don't know what a lot of their prayers, what they're actually agreeing to. You find a lot of this in organized religion. Prayer and rituals. Just keep in mind, anything that you're doing that's repetitive, like say it's been done for years and years and years, like pagan rituals or, satanic rituals. There is that amount of years of that being done. That energy is all behind what you're now saying in the present. So just keep that in mind. Ritualistic things have a lot of power. And a lot of energy backing them. So anytime you're doing any sort of like, prayer, just make sure that, again, everything needs to come from like a light place, and that's good. That can be good. But anything that's ritualistic, just make sure that you know what you're saying. I find this a lot in, people don't realize the power that's backed by certain things, and what there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of things that people don't realize what they're saying is actually, their understanding of it is not actually what's being said. So yeah, they can be good and bad. Just make sure you're coming from a light place, guys. It's honestly a karmic thing. Like, as long as you come from good, only good happens. So you know, even if you have bad, you have a good outcome because of it. So yeah, that's kind of my take on prayer and rituals. That's why I would always, when I got into anything that was sort of ritualistic, I don't really do rituals. I don't do a, you know, pray over my cards before I do reading for somebody. It's just naturally the energy that's flowing at that moment. I don't say repetitive things over and over. I just choose not to do rituals. It makes things in the moment more genuine. So as far as organized religion, I'm not really going to bash on it because I know a lot of really good people in certain religions that I know more about that religion than they do, and they've grown up in it. So I can say certain things as far as like organized religion. I believe in Christed energy. I believe in, you know, love. As far as like, just do some research. If you guys want to start getting it, like, keep watching me. I'll start giving you little nuggets. It's a huge ass wormhole. So once you kind of delve into it, you can't stop. You almost get like addicted to it because it just goes on and on and on. And you're like, wait, this means a symbolism for that. And you know, it's people who don't, with organized religion, I can say I've been very aggressively approached and tried to be recruited for many. A lot of them are Luciferian people, Satanism, that kind of thing. I just attract it because I have abilities. So anybody with abilities they want to recruit, once they find out that they can't manipulate your energy or they can't manipulate what your beliefs are, they quickly move out. And they realize too, if you guys are Christed or you're working with light, love, anything like that, you being a part of that religion, it would just infiltrate their system. So they really don't want you to be a part of it. I can say, if you guys want to do some research on them, I don't believe in organized religion, again, because that has to do with a lot of rituals. You go into church and take communion, or you go into church and this, that, or the other. Like, communion isn't even what a lot of people think it is. So the organized religion thing, I have been actively approached, and I love Mormons. They're like the sweetest people ever. Like, I really love Mormons. But do some research on it. There's a lot of, I was aggressively trying to be actively recruited by Mormons for a very long time. Mormonism, if you start doing research, there's a lot of, I'm going to say witches, and it's going to sound really ridiculous. There's a lot of witches in Mormon, high level witches in Mormonism. In LDS, there's also a lot of Luciferianism. There's Luciferian symbolism within their temples. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. So yeah, as far as organized religion, I don't believe in it because it's the rituals. Again, the rituals. Yeah, so that's just kind of my take on just a couple things, just some verbal vomit. If you guys have any questions about like specific things about, I think I'll do a symbolism one, dark symbolism, because dark symbolism is very interesting. I start seeing everything in algorithms and systems and symbols. Things really are not what they appear. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me at wmegan939@gmail.com. Again, I will be pumping out those readings. I'm really sorry, guys. I had to do something for me first, and then it's a giving and receiving kind of thing. So you got to keep that energy flowing for you to be abundant. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot a comment. If anything specific you guys want me to talk about, I'm more than happy to shed some light on the dark. So all right, guys, we'll talk soon. Bye.